So as promised, on HFM's wrestling show, Mr. Textbook Dave Breaks. Are you there?
Rob.
Hello?
Hi, Rob.
Hello. Sorry, just turning your levels up there, mate. How are you?
No problem. I'm very good, thanks. Yourself?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you very much for joining us today. Just to quickly introduce yourself, Textbook Dave Breaks, to a lot of the HFM listeners, they won't know of you just yet or what you're all about, so sell yourself to us, Dave.
My name's Textbook Dave Breaks. I'm a UK-based professional wrestler from Nottingham. I wrestle all around the Midlands and the UK. I'm just trying to reach more people as the years go on, and that's what tonight's all about.
How long have you been wrestling for, Dave?
It's just coming up to 9 years now, so a long, long time.
How old are you as well?
Anyway, I'm 22, so I started when I was 13. And then 9 years later, here I am.
That's fantastic. And being a British wrestler, obviously, the attitude towards British wrestling is a little bit stuck in the past, I would say, with the World of Sport era and the Big Daddy stuff and that. How do you feel it is in 2012? And it's, well, even in the last 9 years that you've been wrestling, how do you feel that we've progressed?
Well, the World of Sport, the wrestling which was on Saturday afternoons, will always have a close place in my heart. It's something I really enjoy to watch myself, but I know a lot of people kind of still have the opinions that it's basically old men with hairy tummies rolling around in the middle of the ring with each other. But
there's an element of truth in that.
Yes, yeah. Things obviously come along a long way since then, and what you see in Britain today is more of a hybrid between the American style and the British style. So really there's something there for everyone. For the kids, they've got obviously the stuff they like to see on TV, the high flying, the hard hitting stuff, and then for the adults you've still got the technical aspect of things and the kind of stuff a lot of the older generation will be used to seeing on Saturday afternoons.
So where do you fit into all this then, Dave? Are you more of a high flying wrestler or a technical mat based wrestler, or where are you in all that?
Not at all high flying, not at all. I'm very much a technical wrestler. That's why I'm Textbook Baby. So everything I got that name because everything I do is spot on and crisp. And I take a lot of my inspiration from the old British style, people like Jim Breaks, Johnny Saint, and people like that. So I'm very much kind of bringing what was world class back in the day, very much into the 21st century, and put my own spin on it.
Or future of old school.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah, the new school of old school, yeah.
I've said this 1,000 times about British wrestling on the show, that we can bridge the gap. I'm a massive supporter of it, if you hadn't guessed. We can bridge the gap between the rise of MMA and UFC that really has that real... Well, there's no fakeness, there's no pretending that at all. There is a rise of that in popularity, and the WWE TNA, which is very much entertainment-based now. British wrestling really can fill that gap that's between the two.
Of course, I'm kind of halfway between things at the moment. In the past, yeah. I've very much been wanting to be, I'm a real fighter, and and people perceive me as legitimate. But as I've grown up and I've not learned to take myself not so seriously, I'm also finding that at the end of the day, MMA is great. I really enjoy watching it. It's great to see the competitiveness. But the thing about wrestling, and particularly British wrestling, is a perfect balance of both. So you've got the great characters there which keep you going back day and day, but then you do have the realism which let you suspend your belief for 3 hours and have a great time.
Exactly, and the British do love technical skill as well. We can say that in all of our sports. Okay, so you yourself, Dave, you're from Nottingham, you're trained at the House of Pain training school.
That's it, yes. I began there 9 years ago. I was one of the first trainees and one of the first graduates. I'm now trained by a guy called Sticks. I still train there. I like helping out the newer guys, but it's a very, very good school, one of the best in the country. If
it has been called the best, I'm a big fan of the House of Pain. Now, I know a few of the guys up there, and I've worked in British wrestling in a couple of different promotions. I know guys like Stealth and Rudy who have just gone up there, Lee Heron, who's helping me with something, and even Sticks himself.
Well, Lee Heron's kind of I wouldn't necessarily put him in the best. Me and him haven't really been getting on recently, so no. I think he's more the exception, which proves the rule that if you come from House of Pain, you're going to be talented. He's very much the exception, not one of the best.
Wow, I can't wait to let him hear that. Well, me and Lee are working on something together at the moment.
Same response.
That's absolutely brilliant. So, Dave Breaks, I have a standard question that I ask every person that I interview. You're the first wrestler I've interviewed who I've asked this question. And it's, who is your favourite wrestler and why?
Jim Breaks, without a doubt. Obviously, he's my namesake. Again, he's the perfect balance between a great character and somebody you can just watch for hours and laugh your head off watching. But at the same time, he can back it up. He can make you laugh. But at the end of the day, he can break your fingers. So yeah.
Excellent answer. It's about time I'll normally get either John Cena or Hulk Hogan or the Ultimate Warrior. But I've asked...
Great, just not really my cup of tea.
No, I've asked burlesque dancers, I've asked singers, I've asked R&B artists, I've asked a motivational speaker these questions. So I was like, this is going to be interesting when I actually ask a professional wrestler.
Yeah, Jim Breaks. Not very many of the younger audience have probably heard of it, but I definitely recommend get on YouTube, watch some of his stuff with Johnny Saint in the 70s. It's absolutely fantastic. It really what inspires me.